right. Hey. Hi, guys. Okay, let's get into this, Geminis. We are going to take a look at past, present, future. What was the message of the past? Four of Cups, Three of Cups, Four of Swords. Oh boy. Lots of fours and threes. Um, if this situation was one of those difficult times where in the past, I don't know if somebody ended up in a third party here, but boy, they've got a regret over it now. Like I feel like they've really been going through it. This could have been a water sign or an air sign. Um, could be that Gemini had to heal from it. Yeah, this feels like a very self-indulgent, possibly Emperor, so possibly an Aries. Somebody didn't treat Gemini very well in the past. This could have been, an unfaithful um, partner, unfaithful romance, um, a divorce because someone was not on the up and up. They might have had they wore a mask, they had some little double life. That was all in the past. But what I will say is, wow, did they ever have a regret over that? This person, even if I'm going to say this is Gemini who's been healing and moving on because that's the only air energy that we have. Everything else is the water and the fire. I'm going to say that Gemini had to move on from a partner that turned out to be not trustworthy or somebody that was very indulgent, very selfish. It was all about them. They needed their ego stoked. Maybe they were seeking validation from external sources. Yeah, and that's where Gemini was like, well, I can validate the fact that you're not allowed to be around me anymore because this is like, I think Gemini called timeout on this and absolutely cut this out of their life. And I think it was all for the best because it was like, I think Gemini knows that they were divinely guided to find this out, to see this, to have the mask come off. Gemini could have found out about somebody that wasn't being straightforward with them, through some kind of, setting that it was like a party and it was just like, oh, wow, it looks like you're paying that person a lot of attention. I wonder what that's all about. It just feels like Gemini did not want to be stuck with a partner any longer that needed tons and tons of attention and validation from external sources. So in the past, Gemini walked away from this with their head held high, is what I see. Universe, weigh in on that message just from the past. Yeah, Eight of Wands. Gemini might have just, as soon as they discovered what was obvious to them, it might have been they overheard a message, they read a message, they saw an exchange take place, and that was it. They were out. Gemini just kind of exited stage left. And I do think this was an abrupt and like Gemini was just gone like a ghost. One day they were there in this emperor's life, and the next day they were just poof, gone, out of Dodge. Gemini could have gotten on a plane, flown away. They could have changed their life. They could have left like, boom, that was it. It feels like that change was really, really positive for Gemini. Yeah, I don't think Gemini would have a second thought about making that change for themselves in the past. So they did just what they needed to, and their life has probably gotten immensely better since walking away from that situation of the past. Okay, so what about the energy of the present? Where's Gemini at? The moon. So we have either Gemini reflecting on some deep internal energy here. We have the Chariot upright as well. Two major arcana, both water. I think Gemini is like, I'm listening to my inner self, knowing that I'm moving in the right direction, but I don't know what I'm moving toward exactly. So there is a bit of a mystery here. Wow. I don't know what next year holds. I only know that I sense this is a new cycle for me. Like everything is about like spinning wheels. There could be some like right now, Gemini could wind up really noticing people's like hubcaps. They could notice, wheels on bicycles turning. They could really notice things that are literally turning, everything from like a record player. That's like a symbol, I think, that is representing all these changes that are taking place. I think Gemini is well aware that there's like locomotion in their life. I'm hearing that song, Come On Baby and Do the Locomotion with Me. I'm hearing the version, I don't know who sang it. Like I would say late 80s or something. I don't know if it was like Debbie Gibson or I don't know. I can't think of who sings it, but we got a 6 of cups here sideways. Gemini is having a strong premonition in their current energy that even though they don't see what is coming at them, they know that this represents them moving forward, and they know that something big is on the way. They've kind of restarted their life, and they're very much in the present, aware of it. Things are different. Things are gonna be different now because I am different. I made some decisions. I can sense I'm leaning into the new. I just don't know what the new is, but it's like they're feeling the proximity. They haven't walked through the door, but they hear like the sounds of the party. If you've ever like approached a building or something where there's going to be like an event being held. Let's say we're going to go, see a concert or something at a community center or something, or a Grange Hall or something. You can hear the thumping of the music. You're in the right place. You see all the cars parked, and you're like, well, I'm not in there yet, so I'm not like bathed in the sound yet. I just can feel the vibration of what's coming, on the other side of the doors. Once I walk through the doors, then it'll start to get loud. I feel like that's the way to describe it. In the present energy, there's a sense of, I know I'm almost there. What is it that I'm going toward? It's a soulmate energy. It's something that I think Gemini has been looking for a long time. Maybe it's a past life soulmate. Maybe it could be something that Gemini has been hungry for or looking for lifetimes. We got a Page of Wands in the reverse. This is not going to be any small thing. This is not a tiny little spark. This is going to be something big, and it denotes the next chapter. Ooh, the next chapter of our Gemini's life. And we have the Empress. The Empress upright is very positive. It's very nurturing. This could be an empire. This could be either Gemini meets someone that they end up marrying, or they meet a soulmate, or they find a career path, or they find a hidden talent or something that was dormant inside of them, maybe an inherited gift or a spiritual gift of sorts that they can actually apply in their lives that will really blossom. This is a massive level up, though. This is a huge step up. That's why we've got that Page of Wands in the reverse. It's not some little tiny step a toe across the line and see what comes next. This is tremendous happiness. All of this seems to be, in the present energy. The present in this storyline covers all the way into the beginning of next year, because we do have the World card, and I always look at that as a cycle of a year's time frame. So this could be, in the next, immediate 10 days here, that our Gemini is sensing there's something awesome awakening in me. There's something beautiful coming into my life. There's an opportunity for great happiness, and I can just feel it. It just feels like really nice, confident energy, even though there's still the mystery of, I don't know what this is. I'm not sure. I can only feel that something is coming. Universe, you want to weigh in on that? We have got the Six of Cups again. The universe doubles down and says it's soulmate energy. It's something that is coming back, something that is right for the best part of Gemini, the most authentic version of themselves. There is something that's just right for that version of themselves. So let's put it this way. If Gemini is getting back to their innermost power, then whatever matches with them when they're at their best energy, their most confident self, that's what's coming in for them. It's in alignment with their best self. I touched this deck for a reason, so let's go with it. Is this partially an emerging spiritual gift? We have channeling. Our character could be called to download and deliver messages from the spirit realm to bring closure, healing, and peace. So that could potentially be playing a role. I can't help but say, the image here with the wings, this is very similar, right? So maybe there is something to this, like these little angel wings here for our Gemini as well. But if there's an emerging spiritual gift, maybe our Gemini is deeply prophetic or very connected to the divine. They seem to be sensing an awful lot of good vibes, don't they? Okay, let's go and look at we'll use Tarot of the Divine and look at the future then. Future energy, okay, Knight of Cups. So now we have somebody that's been seeking Gemini. Yes, it's a knight, but this is somebody who's been traveling far and wide. This could be a returning soulmate, somebody who's been looking for lifetime after lifetime to find their Gemini. Seriously, we just got a Four of Wands. Holy smokes. Okay, so this could definitely be a divine romantic person in Gemini's upcoming future. And they may even say, oh, there's a beautiful song. It's one of my favorites by Marty Stewart, Till I Found You. I used to get around some and I thought I'd seen everything, but I hadn't seen nothing till I found you. Till I found you, there was no light. Nothing ever worked out right. Baby, it's true. Till I found you. Beautiful, beautiful guitar playing in that also. We have the sun. There is so much happiness. There is companionship. There is partnership. There is love. But this is a very either past life soulmate that has been seeking Gemini and Gemini has been seeking them, and neither one of them knew it. But this has been like, they've been floating on the river of life, rowing their boats to this point in time. This is kind of like destiny. And I kind of think that mess of the past, that had to happen because Gemini was aligned with the wrong person in the past. This is where they were supposed to like follow that stream of consciousness or follow that stream of life force energy that would bring them to exactly the person that they're supposed to be with. From the Eight of Cups to the Three of Coins, I think it's all going to make sense why Gemini ended up, taking these routes in life that they've taken. One thing must have led to another. It's almost like I think Gemini is going to be able to reflect in the upcoming future when they meet this person who is traveling into their world. I think Gemini realizes they've been traveling toward this person as well. They could come from two different cultures. Gemini could be at unexpected right time and right place to meet this person. We do have I think very different spiritual beliefs. Possibly somebody speaks at least two languages, if not three. And I think that the Eye of Horus is really important in this as well. The person that they match with could be a Leo, and the Eye of Horus, the Eye of Protection, could be prominent somehow. Either it's the way somebody puts their eyeliner on that has kind of like the falcon look to it, kind of like the winged eyeliner look. That could be our Gemini, or Gemini recognizes that on that person. Somebody could have like really thick eyelashes as a whole that make it look kind of like, a cat eye, or like I say, the eye of the falcon. But these two, it's going to click why these journeys had to happen in the first place. It's been like destiny that these two would find each other. I'm sorry, this one was all kind of very cohesive, and it was all kind of about the same topic, which is two soulmates that needed to find each other. And it has taken from the past to the present to the future to do it. Universe, weigh in. Nine of Cups in the reverse. Prince of Pentacles upright. I don't think that Gemini could have had this happiness with this person, with this divine counterpart, unless they got a chance to break away from other connections and find their singular happiness. They needed that also, and that took a little while. That's one of the reasons this took time. I think Gemini was tolerating a partner in the past that they really should not have tolerated, but that was one of those things that as Gemini moved away from the wrong partner and they really became more empowered, I think that's when they were ready to start being in that flow of moving toward their forever partner. But they had to first realize that they deserve to be happy. They shouldn't be with the wrong partner. Their happiness should count. It should matter. And that's a distinguishing feature between somebody who's selfish and the wrong partner versus somebody who's the right partner, at least in this story. The right partner will care about Gemini's happiness. The wrong partner, who was that emperor in the reverse, did not seem to care at all. They only cared about themselves. So big difference there, that maybe Gemini learned that difference. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. I appreciate you so much. Bye.